In the name of Allah, the Merciful, the Compassionate. Welcome to this interesting show, dear students, and we will try to explain the following lessons.
Theme 2, Unit 5, A Letter to a Teacher.
In this fabulous lesson, there are many goals that you have to focus on with me.
Learning objectives. Proofread and edit a partner's work. And write a letter to a teacher. Interesting. Now, let me ask you this question. Have you ever written a letter to one of your teachers? I doubt that. Do you think that it's acceptable to write a letter to your teacher and he will accept it and he will find it as a good thing? What do you think?
Everything has an entrance, and we will enter this lesson by this.
And look at this table. Discuss the following question with your group. Is the style of the letter helpful, business-like, friendly, official? When does the writer of the letter use capital letters, full stop, commas, and apostrophes? The uses of these and the style, how you write, your language style, and so on. Here are the answers. Do you have any different answers? And note, like a tip, when you plan a piece of writing, write down brief ideas, notes about the information you are going to include. Use keywords to make your notes. Keywords are important words that will help you remember your ideas. It's like brainstorming. Maybe you have a different way of organizing your work, but the main purpose is that to get your main ideas, to know what you are going to talk about, to have a clear and precise vision. Like, I have this idea and I'm going to talk about this, and this. And unfortunately, again, I'm drawing the sun.
Dear students, let's talk about this lesson in details.
Now, imagine you are writing a letter to your English teacher at university or college. Copy the headings below into your exercise book and make notes under the heading. Use keywords, not complete sentences. Then discuss your work with the partner. So, what you are going to do now, like writing these headings, 4 headings, in your notebook, and then you write main ideas, not full statements. Like my family, what is the first thing that comes to mind, you write. Like my family, love them, or respect, cooperation, learning English, like interesting, like difficult, and so on. Just then you will write the details. You don't have to write even the details, just main ideas. And then you will write the details. You will go deep and you will discuss and state that more deeply. Here the example, like as I said, love, cooperation, support, and so on. As you see, these are just, look, only 3 words. These are the main ideas. You don't write the whole thing, just what you think. Like, love them. There are many things comes under love, like caring, and so on. And now draw 2 columns like this and write formal language and informal language. And just divide these 12 words or phrases into these 2 categories. So what you think that is formal, you write it here, and what you think that it's not or informal, write it here. And don't pretend to write something. Write an actual thing, not pretend like this lazy boy. And now you can check. These are the formal and these are the informal. And as we said before, informal like غير رسمي أو عادي، والformal هو الشيء الرسمي أو اللغة الرسمية.
I think you understood the show of this lesson because it's easy. So, let's test our comprehension and understanding.
And now look at the letter below written by a student to their teacher. Circle the mistakes. So here are the mistakes. How many of them? 4, 2, 6, 9, 12. And they differ. You have capital letters mistakes, full stops mistakes, apostrophes mistakes, spelling. So these 12, this letter contains 12 mistakes. And your job is to find these 12 mistakes, or more correctly, to proofread this letter. Imagine that your friend wants to send this letter to his English teacher. And he came to you and said, "My dear friend, I wrote this letter and I want you to check." Now your job is to check. Check means that you are proofreading to find the grammatical mistakes. You can't send a formal letter to your English teacher with its grammatical mistakes. So now help your friend and be a cooperative person. And now check your work. I think all of you get them right. And let's move. And now it's your turn to write a draft or a letter to your English teacher. Use the notes you made for course book, page 27, and refer to the writing guide on page 77 on your workbook to help with layout and language. First, content. Do you understand all your parents' idea? If not, underline in pencil the ideas you don't understand. And now these are the checklist and the criteria. See, does it start with dear? Does it in an appropriate way? Does it like see you soon? I wish you that you had a nice birthday or something, and so on. Just checklist. If it exists, if the letter has dear, just put tick. If it's not, put a cross or X. This is an example. You can read Dear to Mr. Jones by Muhammad Al-Belushi, and you can see the elements like conclusion, dear exists here, and the other criterion of that are included in the checklist.